Go Mouse Scouts, episode 142. You're listening to Go Mouse Scouts, where we're dedicated to helping you and your kids have a great time at the Disney parks, whether you're just starting out or a seasoned pro. My name is Kris.
And I'm Megan.
And this episode, we are going to talk about maneuvering through parade traffic.
Yes.
Now, this is something people might not consider when they're going to, take a vacation at Disneyland or even Walt Disney World, because they have parades over there too, just in case you didn't know, because they do. But at Disneyland, whenever a parade is happening, it's basically cutting the entire park in half. And so you might have an instance where you have, lunch or dinner reservations or whatever, probably more dinner reservations, at, I don't know, let's say, what time are parades usually? Like 3-ish, 3 o'clock? The 3 o'clock parade, right?
3 o'clock, 4:30.
Yeah, and so you may have
afternoon.
a dinner reservation for like 3:20 or something, and you're over in Tomorrowland, and you have to get over to
New Orleans
Square, and all of a sudden there's a parade there, and you get to Main Street, and you can't get through because there's a parade. Now, of course, some people might say that you could go, underground through the supposed tunnels that are underneath Disneyland, which is false. But, and they're probably thinking about the utilidors over at Disney World, but that's only for cast members anyway. But really, there's no easy way to get through the parade.
Right.
And you're probably going to be late. And that's not a good thing.
We've done that.
Yes. Yeah, you may also be thinking, well, this is an oddly specific instance. So yes, we are speaking from our own experience on this. So we wanted to give you guys some tips on how to avoid this kind of situation and how to navigate parade traffic.
Well, the first thing is, of course, if you have any kind of specific times that you have to go do anything, get out your entertainment schedule and check to see what time things are happening. So that you do know, oh, hey, you know what? We wanted to be over here at this time, and there's going to be a parade at this time. And, we better make sure that we're on the right side of the park. So that would be my first tip is if you're trying to, be at something at a specific time, make sure that you're on the correct side of the park before the parade starts.
You don't want to be coming from the bad side of the tracks.
Bad side of the tracks?
What
are you talking about? That? No.
Okay. I'm just going to shut up now. Megan is going to take this this episode. I'm just going to sit back over here. I've got some popcorn and some water and
right.
some soda. But yeah.
But even if you don't have a specific time to be at something, say that you just want to get to the other side of the park. There are some ways to kind of try and get around. They do have areas where they will basically do a parade crossing, and they will generally do those. They will open those up to kind of scurry people across after about every 2 segments of the parade. Now, I'm mostly speaking to the Soundsational Parade because this is the one I'm most familiar with trying to maneuver through right now, because that one's been there for a good, 7 years or something. And we've done lots of trying to get from one place to another through that particular parade. But the Soundsational Parade in particular is like broken into themed segments.
Right.
And so they'll typically open a crossing after an entire segment has gone by, which consists of one float and a bunch of dancers and
So like you'll
usually
see
a couple
something,
of other things too.
You'll see something with like maybe an Aladdin themed section or whatever. You have Aladdin up on his float, and they have Ginny walking by, and then they have like another smaller float which is Abu with his cymbals and stuff that he's clapping. And then after that, I can't remember what it is, but maybe it's Ariel and like the whole under the sea theme. So like between those two, they would open it up kind of thing. So between specific sections.
So if you do need to cross the parade route, you don't have to wait until the parade is over, but you do need to stand in the parade crossing area and just wait patiently until they open it up. And when they do open it up, you just go. Don't dawdle.
There will be cast members there, like right there by the ropes and stuff. And it's usually kind of like intersections, like where, like on Main Street, where you would see like the sidewalk ending.
Right. It'll be an area where there's the dip in the sidewalk, so that you're not trying to pop your stroller up and down the curbs. So
makes most sense that way. So
yeah. So that's that. If you do need to cross the parade route, then you've got that. I would say Main Street in particular is just the hardest area to try and get down during a parade because the sidewalks are mostly packed with people who are watching the parade. Now, they do have it roped, so that if you are not in the roped parade watching section, you may not stop to watch the parade. You may not stop in the doorway of the store. You may not stop under the awnings. You need to keep walking, and they will hustle you along if you start to get distracted trying to watch the parade going by.
Yeah, that doesn't mean people aren't going to dawdle as they're walking and try and, catch as much of the entertainment as they can, even though they're walking. I kind of see it like it's like people trying to text and drive kind of thing. I mean, you get the same kind of attention span with people on that, and thankfully it's not as dangerous as texting and driving or whatever, but it still slows things down and can be a little annoying sometimes.
For the most part, they do try to have traffic going a different direction on each side of the street. So, it would be like as if you were driving, you're going to be on the right side of the street, depending on which direction you're going. If you want to head towards, the train station, then you're going to need to be on the side of the street that has the Main Street Emporium and the Penny Arcade. If you want to head towards the castle, then you're going to want to be on the side of the street that has the Market House and the Magic Shop. Because they're going to be trying to get you to go just one direction on that side and cross the street if you want to go the other direction.
Yeah.
Now, there will be some people that are going the other way, but that makes it a whole lot harder.
Sometimes you just can't help it.
Yeah,
So where would you say the easiest place to cross Main Street would be in a parade situation? Or, I mean, okay, maybe not even on Main Street. I mean, because the parades go from Main Street all the way up to the It's a Small World area, like over to the right end of it,
Well, really what the parade mostly cuts off like Tomorrowland from everything else.
True.
I would say that the best place to try and cross, if you're trying to go from Tomorrowland to the other side or from the other side to Tomorrowland, is there's usually a crossing right there by the what is that? The hot dog place and the KCG, the red.
Oh, the Coke corner?
Yeah.
Coca-Cola refreshment corner or something
that,
like that.
And then the red wagon hot dog cart. So there's a place right near there.
It's a little more opened up over there, and
right. So that would be where I would choose to try and cross. Of course, if you're coming into the park, you're going to end up having several areas where you have to try and cross if you come in during a parade.
So now, consider this. I mean, we have me and Megan, and we have 4 kids. Ginny is 8, Kit is 5, Teddy is 3, and then we have our 5-month-old. And so, I mean, that's a lot of people to be trying to wrangle as you're trying to go through the crowds, right? So what we have done is, Megan wears our youngest. She's, wearing Roddy, our 5-month-old, and Ginny keeps up with us. We have, we'll maybe hold her hand or have her hold on to the stroller. And I'm trying to think of last time we did this. I think I think Kit was in the stroller, and I had Teddy on my shoulders. So, I mean, that way we had everybody with us. We had everybody accounted for, and nobody was trying to follow behind and,
right. That's a good way to do somebody.
Get lost. You know what I mean? And that's one of the scariest things. In fact, this is a little bit of a sidebar, but I was just listening to an episode of Mousetalgia podcast today on the way home from work, and they did like this. They do a quick little roundup, kind of a quick rapid fire question at the beginning of the show oftentimes. And the thing they were talking about was one of the scariest moments they've had at Disneyland before. And one of them said, or maybe it was at one of the Disney parks or whatever, but one of them said the scariest moment was when they lost their child for about 7 minutes. I think they were at one of the pools at one of the resorts. Ooh. And thankfully they found him or her. I don't know if they have a son or a daughter, but he or she was with the lifeguard. And so, I mean, I couldn't even imagine. I mean, we've lost our kids before, but for a very short amount of time, and it's got to be terrifying, you know?
Yeah.
So
I was noticing though after our last trip that the they seem to be really on top of trying to identify children who are lost,
and they're really good at it.
There was I don't know, remember. Kit was like eating something and he was just sort of like wandering away from us. And we had our eye on him and we saw him. But there were 2 security guards who were walking by and they slowed way down when they spotted him. And you could see that they were looking at him. They were trying to determine, okay, is he lost or is somebody watching him? Is he doesn't seem to be distressed. He doesn't seem to be, worried. He was just sort of like just wandering in circles, eating
he was
whatever
none the
he was
wiser.
eating. Yeah, he was just like clueless. And then, when they spotted that we had our eyes on him and we were watching him and they were like, okay, this seems to be, a child who's just a few feet away from parents and he's fine. And then they continued on. But, I have no doubt that if they had determined that it looked like this child was, not with anybody, that they would have stopped and asked the child.
Yeah. Yep. So another thing you're going to want to consider when taking into account, parade traffic is if you're trying to get on the other side of the parade, I would probably allow about 20 minutes extra time, So if you do plan to be in Tomorrowland and still have dinner reservations at the River Bell Terrace,
yeah,
you're going to want to allow a little extra time for that.
Don't give yourself the usual 5 minutes it would take you to walk over there.
Exactly.
Or, if you're trying to leave the park at a certain time, you want to give yourself the extra time to get through.
Yep. Now, I can't remember if you mentioned, but along the the Emporium side of Main Street, sometimes they'll open up a little passageway to help allow overflow traffic through.
Right, there's
which
a corridor.
Takes you backstage.
There's a corridor that they have built that goes behind the shops. And it's been decorated a little bit for
it's got posters.
Yeah, it's got posters and stuff.
Fun things to glance at.
But they will open that up sometimes to help get traffic, especially traffic that's trying to leave the park. And that makes it easier for you to try and get from one end of Main Street to the other. Right.
We went through that after seeing Fantasmic and the fireworks when we did the dinner package with that.
Right.
And it was really helpful.
Yeah. Made it much easier than trying to battle past all the people going the other direction.
Yeah. Now they don't have something like that on the other side of the street, do they? If they do, we don't know about it.
I could swear that they did.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
I could swear that they did. I could have sworn that when we went through the one that was behind the Emporium side, I was surprised because I could have sworn that they were building one on the other side and that we had been through one on the other side. But I could be absolutely wrong, and
It's all part of the magic. When they need to, they open up these secret doors with secret passages that take you out into secret places at the end of the park so you can go home and go in your cars and stuff. It's kind of like the secret passages on the Clue game board where you can go from corner to corner.
Right.
I think it's like a time warp or something like that. That's the technical term for it.
A time warp, huh? Wouldn't that take you
Yes.
through time, though, not like just space?
Well, yeah, because it seems like you get through it way faster than you normally would, so.
I don't know. I think I may need still need some convincing on that one.
I'll draw a diagram for you. It'll be okay. All right, well, I think that pretty much wraps up this episode. So, yeah. This podcast is brought to you by the Go Mouse Scouts Guide to Visiting Disneyland with Young Kids. Many people are afraid to take their small children and babies to Disneyland, thinking it's too difficult and won't be enjoyable. This ebook will give new and young parents the confidence to do so, arming them with all of the important information they'll need in order to ensure that they have a great time with their kids at the Disneyland Resort. For more information, visit gomousescouts.com/Disneyland book or look for it in the Amazon Kindle store. So last night we watched The Lion King, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and who do you like in The Lion King?
I like Scar and Simba.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So you like the good guy and the bad guy, huh?
Yeah. One good guy and one bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty funny.
Okay.
And I even like and you know those 3 hyenas?
Mm-hmm.
I like them. Also, I like the one that face looks a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And because that one is funny and also I also like that bird
Mm-hmm.
guy, that white bird. I mean that blue and white bird
Mm-hmm.
with the long orange beak. And it's kind of funny how in one of the parts of it Simba called that bird Banana Beak.
Banana beak. Do you remember what the names are of the hyenas?
No.
No? One of them is Banzai.
Banzai.
The other one is Shenzi.
Fancy.
What do you think the third one is?
I don't know. No.
Ed. Which one do you think is the crazy looking one?
Ed.
Yeah, yep. Okay. What do you like about the hyenas?
I like them because they are hyenas, and my favorite kind of animal is hyenas.
You like hyenas? Those are your favorite kind of animals?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you like about Simba?
I like that I like him because he is really cute
Mm-hmm.
when he's a baby.
Okay. Is he the good guy?
Yeah.
What makes him the good guy?
Because he lives with the king.
Uh-huh. Okay, but what makes him a good guy?
Because the king is a good guy, he has to be a good guy also.
Okay, and who's the king?
The king is Simba's dad.
And do you remember his name?
No.
Mufasa?
Mufasa.
Do you remember his voice?
No.
Here, talking to the mic.
No, I do not remember his voice.
Do you remember me telling you who does his voice?
No.
He's the same voice who did Darth Vader.
Cool.
Did you remember that now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that. Ah!
Okay, what was your favorite part about the movie?
My favorite part is when Scar got killed.
Yeah? How did he get defeated?
The Simba defeated him by there was like fire all around his home and he knocked Scar off the cliff, and guess what happened? He fell into fire.
Do you remember Timon and Pumbaa?
Yeah.
Tell me about Timon and Pumbaa.
Hakuna Matata.
What does Hakuna Matata mean?
I don't know.
It means no worries. Okay. Who are Timon and Pumbaa? What is Timon?
Timon?
Mm-hmm.
He's a chipmunk.
Sort of. He's a small animal, right?
Yeah.
Called a meerkat. A meerkat.
That's a funny name.
Have you ever seen meerkats before?
At a zoo.
At a zoo?
Yeah, once.
Okay. And what is Pumbaa?
A warthog.
Yeah? And what does Pumbaa like to do?
Eat bugs.
That's what they all eat, huh? Would you eat bugs?
No.
No, why not?
Gross.
Are meerkats and warthogs supposed to eat bugs?
No.
Well, I don't know. I think I don't know what they really eat in nature, but are lions supposed to eat bugs?
No.
What are lions supposed to eat?
People.
No, lions aren't supposed to eat people.
Other animals.
Yeah, they're supposed to eat other animals, the prey, huh? So Timon and Pumbaa might be eating bugs, but Simba isn't supposed to, is he?
No, he was eating bugs.
Yeah?
In the movie, yeah.
Grubs? Was he eating grubs?
Bugs.
It's a grub. Those are those big worm thingies, a grub. Yeah. You know, we never talked about what you liked about Scar. What do you like about Scar? Because you said he was one of your favorite characters.
I like that he has green eyes.
Oh, yeah? Interesting. Okay. Now, here's something interesting about Scar, about the guy who voiced Scar. Do you know what other voice he did? The actor's name, I think, is Jeremy Irons. Do you know what other voice he did?
Iron Man?
No. He did a voice in one of the rides that you like at Disneyland.
Haunted Mansion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's the ghost host.
He's the ghost host.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Did you recognize the voice whenever you heard Scar speak? After I told you that?
Yeah.
Yeah? That was pretty cool, huh?
I recognized the voice really. I was thinking, and then, he told me.
Yep. Yeah. So that's pretty cool, huh? Is there anything else you wanted to say about The Lion King?
No.
No? All right. Is there anything else you wanted to say to the Mouse Scouts?
Goodbye.
Well, I guess we're done here, aren't we? All right. Say bye-bye, Mouse Scouts.
Bye, mouse. Out.
All right. It sounds like Teddy's ready. All right. Here, take the headphones off. Let's get Teddy behind the thing here. Hi, Teddy.
Hi.
You have something on your nose. What do you have on your nose?
Paint.
Paint? How did you get paint on your nose?
By painting.
By painting?
Painting with choo-choo.
Painting what? Your choo-choo?
Uh-huh.
Be sure to talk into the microphone, okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay, tell me about your choo-choo.
I don't put the wheels on yet.
You haven't put the wheels on yet? No? How do you put the wheels on?
By kicking them.
By kicking them?
No.
By sticking them?
Uh-huh.
Ah, okay.
Two kicks to get on.
Say that one more time.
2 kicks to get on.
To put them on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. And then it will be done?
Mm-hmm.
And then what are you going to do with your choo-choo whenever you're done with it?
Play with it.
Yeah? What are you going to do to play with it? Go ahead and talk into the microphone, okay?
Hello.
Yeah, make sure you're talking into the microphone like this, okay? All right, good. Okay, what are you going to do to play with your train?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet? Are you going to make it fly? Are you going to make it go on a train track? What are you going to do? Is it going to swim?
No.
Do trains swim?
No.
No? What do trains do?
Drive by themselves.
Oh, okay, they drive by themselves, huh?
Uh-huh.
Do they drive on the street?
No.
Do they drive on the road?
No.
What do they drive on?
On the train track.
On the train tracks? They drive on the train tracks?
Uh-huh.
That's ridiculous. They don't really drive on the train tracks, do they?
No.
Yeah, they do, huh?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So, if you were painting your choo-choo, why is there paint on your nose?
Because I paint on my choo-choo.
Mm-hmm. But how did it get on your nose?
I don't know.
Did you accidentally paint some on your nose?
Yeah.
Was it fun?
Uh-huh.
Do you like painting on your face? Really? Have you ever had your face painted?
Yeah.
Yeah? What was your face painted as?
A pirate.
You like pirates? Okay, tell me about that. What did it look like?
A pirate.
Okay, what does a pirate look like?
A pirate.
A pirate looks like a pirate? What does a pirate have on his face?
Paint.
Paint? Pirates have paint on their faces, huh? Okay, okay. Is there anything else you wanted to say about your choo-choo? Okay, tell us.
Choo-choo.
Can you make a choo-choo sound?
Choo-choo.
Do you know who else really liked trains? Who?
Me.
You. Did you know that Walt Disney liked trains? That's why he has a train that goes around his park, huh? All right, are you done? Say bye-bye, mascots.
Bye-bye, mascots.
All right. Hey, Mouse Scouts, are you thinking about taking a Disney vacation? Let us help you out. We have teamed up with Gold Gal Getaways, and they can help you with all of your planning details, and since they're paid by Disney, they can do it all at no additional cost to you. Their amazing agents will work with you directly to make sure that you're getting the best rates possible on lodging and admission, and will even keep their eyes peeled for other discounts or bonuses to add to your trip as they come up. There's just so much to consider when planning a vacation to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, or even a Disney cruise, so let Gold Gal Getaways take care of it all for you. That way you can know for sure that nothing will get missed and you'll have a wonderful, magical trip. Plus, if you book a trip to Disneyland, you're entitled to a free digital copy of our guide to visiting Disneyland with young kids. For a free, no-obligation quote, visit gomousescouts.com/quote. And have a great time on your trip. All right, so that wraps up this episode of Go Mouse Scouts. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening. As usual, we would love to hear from you guys. You can email us at fun@gomousescouts.com if you have any ideas for topics you'd like us to talk about. Maybe you have some questions for Kit for his segment of the show. Or, maybe you just want to say hi, and we'd love to have you guys reach out for that as well. Also, we have our Facebook group, which you can find by visiting gomousescouts.com/Facebook. We'd love to interact with you guys there. And we also have our freebie, our 10 ways families can save on a Disneyland trip. And you can get that at gomousescouts.com/freebie. You can find us on Twitter as well, at gomousescouts. And we'd love to have you guys get in touch and become a part of our community. So thank you guys so much for listening. We will see you in the next episode. Take care.
Disney 98. Papa, what it?